A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. You lost your edge, she lost attraction for you. That's how it works. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated? Men cannot afford to get complacent in relationships. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome.
And now your man,
Donovan Sharpe.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to episode 1009 of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity, misogyny, and small dick energy. Pardon me. We are multi/mega streaming live to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. Rumble is tripping a little bit, so I'm not live on Rumble, but I will be a little bit later on. And of course, in crystal clear high resolution 4K to Sharpe Stream, the one and only independent streaming platform built by the lovely and talented Devin for the TSR family. So however you're watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharpe Reality Live a part of your daily routine. Guys, make sure you follow me on Instagram at Donovan Sharpe TSR, on Facebook at Donovan Sharpe, as well as Twitter. I believe it's at Donovan Sharpe TSR. Again, I'm not 100% on that, so do not quote me on that. If you want to get your hands on my 3 free ebooks, book number 1, 16 Ways to Immediately Disqualify Her for a Long-Term Relationship. Book number 2, Dead Bedroom, The Cure for a Sexless Relationship. Yeah, that's all right. This is a free ebook on how to take your relationship from the desert to the rainforest. And of course, the third question. The third book, 14 questions she'll ask you on the first date and how to correctly respond. Guys, head on over to tsracademy.com, plug in your very best email, and those 3 ebooks packed with rock-solid, life-changing information are yours absolutely free. That is tsracademy.com, your best email. You get those books absolutely, positively free. Plenty of the ways to support the show. You can Super Chat, you can Cash App, or you can PayPal. And remember, guys, every dollar matters, every dollar counts, and every dollar is appreciated. One last announcement here. So CME virtual tickets are the only tickets available. In-person tickets for the CME are completely sold out. Plus, and I need you guys to listen here, plus, we are not recording nor are we distributing these speeches for public consumption. Okay? What this means is that the only people who will be able to watch and see the events, see their speeches in their entirety, are standard ticket holders, which are all sold out, VIP ticket holders, which are also sold out. But do not sweat it, gentlemen. Don't sweat it. You can still watch everything go down live when you buy a CME3 virtual ticket. At a fraction of the price, guys, you will see and hear all the speeches and all the other events live from anywhere in the world. Plus, you can interact with fellow virtual ticket holders and get your questions answered by the speakers themselves. Go to masculineexcellence.com now to get your virtual ticket for the 3rd annual Conference of Masculine Excellence. The link, as they say, is in the description. Thank you guys all for joining me. Today's schedule is going to be as such. Of course, it is football season, so my live streaming schedule is going to crank up just a tick. Obviously, it's TSR Live right now. At 3 o'clock p.m., you can join me on Rumble, if it's not tripping, Rumble and Sharpe Stream. You guys can watch me react to and break down the ultimatum. This season has turned out to be absolutely incredible. Can't wait to get to the end of that one. At 5 o'clock p.m., Sharpe Sports Talk. We're going to talk about all the NFL games. We're going to talk about some college football games. We're going to talk Texas, Alabama. We are also, of course, going to talk Colorado, Nebraska. We're going to talk about how Tua outgunned Justin Herbert out in L.A., the shootout in Los Angeles. We're going to talk about Brock Purdy. We're going to talk about Jalen Hurts being average. We're going to talk about the Cowboys dump trucking a crappy, overrated Giants team. Of course, I will be taking your phone calls and opinions on that. Then at 8 o'clock p.m., exclusively on Rumble and Sharpe Stream. Devin and I, we are going to be doing a watch party. We are going to be doing a watch party for probably the biggest regular season game in New York Jets history as they host the Bills on the Monday Night Football opener. That is going to be on ESPN. Like I said, that all goes down at 8 o'clock, strictly on Rumble and Sharpe Stream. So that is the schedule for today. Looking very, very, very much looking forward to that. For that reason, I'm going to try. I don't want to say cruise control, because cruise control is not really something I am familiar with doing. Right? But if I'm going to be, I'm probably going to be talking for the better part of the next 8 to 10 hours, give or take a break in there. So bear with me if I seem a little less boisterous or a little less energetic. It is because I am trying to save myself like a virgin on prom night. I don't want to overexert myself too quickly. So I don't end up getting burned out in the end. Probably going to be talking for the better part of the next. There we go. Okay. Awesome. Excellent. 87 watching, guys. 87 watching right now. Let's get the likes up. I'm going to pull up the video of the day here in just a second. There we go. All right. Perfect. All right. Yeah, YouTube and Rumble are a little, they're just a tad buggy today. It is what it is. First world problems and all the rest of that. Guys, I got 95 people watching and only 34 likes. If you can get me to 100% engagement, in other words, if we can get to as many likes as we do live viewers, I will open up the chat to the public. I will open up the chat to the public. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this party started here. And so really shout out to Manosphere Highlights Daily for making me aware of this particular video. And guys, go over and subscribe to Manosphere Highlights Daily. That dude is doing the Lord's work. That dude is doing the Lord's work over there. He puts things very succinctly. He's very good at what he does. He has added to the RP glossary, what with shit, and many, 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 many different reasons. So shout out to him. Shout out to him for this. And so this video is, it's about a 40-something-year-old woman. She actually has a YouTube channel. She actually has a YouTube channel with over 100,000 subscribers. And I think, guys, this woman could clearly be a case study on the typical dating arc of the modern woman. I mean, this is all, like, this hits all the marks. It hits all the marks. I don't know if you guys keep up with racing too often, but you know, they say the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, right? Well, in auto racing, obviously, unless you're talking about, you know, supercar, obviously, you can't just go in a straight line and win the race. But the job of the engineer, the mechanics, the driver is to find the quickest way around the track. And the way they do that is by what's called hitting their marks. If you hit all your marks, you increase the odds of you winning the race. Well, this particular woman hit all the marks, and she is going to end up winning the cat and dog food 500, to be sure. Not only that, she is an American black woman. Buckle up, guys. Away we go. Keep it positive, girl. Wait a minute. Wait. What the hell is that? I had no idea what the hell that was. Let's go back. Watch. You have to pay attention to now you see this right here? Pay attention to everything. You see how this woman is dressed? She's dressed like she's going out to the club, number one. She's dressed like she's going to the club. The only reason a woman should be dressed like this in her 40s is if she's with her man. The reason I say that is because I want my woman, when I am out with her, to look as scrumptious as possible. Devin has unbelievable legs. She has an unbelievable ass. She has big, perky, fake tits. She's got a flat stomach. I want her looking good. To me, that's my foreplay. That's my foreplay. That and, sausage smoking. But this woman is in her 40s dressing like she's going to the club, and she doesn't look like she works out either. Because, of course, she has lunch lady arms. Oh, look at that. It's a red Solo cup.
Hey guys, and welcome to this episode of Keep It Positive, Sweetie. I'm Krista Renee, and today we are talking about dating in your 40s. And when I think about dating in your 40s, the first song that came to mind was Destiny's Child, Independent Women.
Uh-oh.
Women, independent, throw your hands up at me. When I think of that, it's because I feel like once women get to their 40s, and they're still dating, they're definitely independent. I know for me, I just turned 40 in October.
Uh-oh. Let's go back to what she said about that song.
And when I think about dating in your 40s, the first song that came to mind was Destiny's Child, Independent Women. All women, independent, throw your hands up at me.
Uh-huh. See, look, the women loved that. They loved that song, Throw Your Hands Up at Me, but they end up being, single. Eben Zur, member for 11 months, 31 months rather. Sorry about this. Is glad to be part of the family. Shout out to all you bros. Appreciate that.
And when I think of that, it's because I feel like once women get to their 40s, and they're still dating, they're definitely independent.
That's very true. Actually, it's not. Women are never independent, guys. Women are, listen. What women don't realize is that women don't need to be in a relationship with a man to need a man. This is why more women are single and childless than in human history. Women assume that if there is not a man in her life committed to her, dicking her down, laying down the pipe, then she must not need a man. No. There is no such thing as an independent woman. Women depend on men every hour of every day, whether they realize it or not. The place she lives at, built by men. Her smartphone, built and, not probably built by children, but designed and engineered by men. The cars they drive, built mostly by men. The tires, dude, look around you, the buildings, the roads, the infrastructure, all built by men. Gentlemen, there is no such thing as an independent woman. Women depend on men whether they know it, like it, or not.
I know for me, I just turned 40 in October, and it was something that clicked. It's like, literally the day I woke up after my party, I was like, whoa. I had so much clarity on things, and I was very sure about what I wanted to do.
Oh, isn't that interesting? Woke up the day after my 40th birthday party, and I realized some things. No, sweetheart, you were supposed to realize these things 15 years ago. This is called, what she is going through now is the epiphany phase. Unfortunately for her, shout out to Rollo Tomasi, unfortunately for her, it's too late. You don't get your epiphany phase when you're 40, sweet cheeks. It just doesn't work that way. Now, every once in a while, as a 40-year-old or a 39-year-old, every once in a while, you can get lucky. You can get lucky and meet a nigga like me who is ready, willing, and able to take you under his wing, guide you, strengthen you, build you up into the kind of basically build a bitch, y'all. That's what it was, right? If you keep yourself in shape, if you're fit, feminine, friendly, submissive, cooperative, all that good stuff, if you are 40 years old and you don't have any kids, and you're not an alcoholic, you're not on any sort of whatever the case may be, if you have feminine personality traits, wifely traits, your odds of getting scooped up by a man of significant-ish value might scoop you up. I'm the example. Devin, clearly attractive for her age. I saw it fit, blah, 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 blah. But this bitch ain't Devin. This bitch is not Devin. She's another hair hat wearing closet feminist, and men ain't checking for that.
How I wanted it and all those things. But leading up to that, I work in a very vain industry, an industry that's always looking for the youngest and the hottest and the next. And I was
Sweetheart, that's biology. It's not the industry.
Worried, like, what am I getting older? And we also have an industry where we don't tell people our age. So, even on my invitation, I was very strategic about not putting that I was turning 40 because I just didn't want to put that out there. But everybody found.
You see that? See that? She didn't want to put it out there. Age ain't nothing but a number until you hit the wall.
out anyway, so now everybody knows. But when you're dating,
Sweet cheeks, we'd have figured that out already. This is the funny thing. Older women think that they can just lie about their age and then talk, right? Like, bitch, you didn't have to tell us you were 40. We would have figured that out about 10 minutes in. Amanda, for example, everyone's favorite Karen, when Kevin called in and cooked her, she told us she was 31. There's no way that woman is no 31 years old. Nope. I firmly believe that Amanda is definitely in her 40s. That bitch ain't no 31 years old. And the reason why we figured out that she wasn't 31 years old is because of the way she talked. She didn't talk like a woman who was just fresh out of her 20s. That's just how it works. So, yeah, listen, you can, women, ladies, you can hide your age all you want to, but all we got to do is listen to you talk and observe, and we can accurately point out just about how old you are.
in your 40s, there's so many factors that come to place. Your biological clock is ticking. Society has put so much stress on, you need to get married by this age, you need to start having children by this age. And my acting career got started very late, and what I thought was late, but then I realized some of the greatest artists there are started in their 40s. So
here we go. Some of the greatest artists there are started in their 40s. Okay, you're right. That does not, what does that have to do with you? What does that have to do? What does that have to do with you being single? What does that have to do with you being single? That's got nothing to do with anything. Okay, so actors and actresses got started in their 40s. What's that got to do with your biological clock or your lack of dating options?
I'm actually not as insecure about that as I was before, but
Stop the cap.
All women are insecure about their age. All women are insecure about their age. 19-year-olds are insecure about their age. 20-year-olds are insecure about their age. 18-year-olds are insecure about their age. All women are insecure about their age. Why do you think there's the old moniker, never ask a woman their age? Because their age is commensurate with their perceived value. And women know this. That's why they're always hesitant to tell you what their age is and what their body count is. The sad thing is women know how old they are, but a lot of them have absolutely no idea what their body count is, and that is scary. The Roadblock 85 with the $10 super chat says, biological clock is ticking in your 40s, ma'am. You missed that by a couple of decades. Yeah, her biological clock is not ticking. Her biological clock is no longer ticking. It's so funny how women think that they have all of this time in the world until they don't. Ken Rose with the $10 super chat. Appreciate it. Let's continue.
I was worried about that. My biological clock is ticking. I found myself attracting like 20-year-olds. And I was like, what is this? I know I don't look 40. That was the first thing. I don't look like how old I am, but I was attracted.
Yes, but you certainly sound like it, and you certainly act like it. You don't look like it in the face. You don't look like you're 40 in the face, but I wonder what you look like naked. Huh? What do your hands look like? What do your feet look like? Like I said, women can tell, they can lie about their age. They can lie about their age all the time. They can tell us, they can shave 10 years off of their age, and, well, you know, men tend to believe them because, well, men tend to believe everything that they hear from a woman. But if you really want to know, if you really want to get an idea as to how old a woman really is, listen to her talk, watch her mannerisms, listen to how deep her voice is, right? Look at her hands, look at her feet, and if you're intimate with her, look at her body. There's a big difference between a woman's body in her 20s and a woman's body in her 40s. That's just how it works. So, yeah, you can hide it all you want to. Men who pay attention, we know better.
Young people, and with that, it became a stress because I knew they wanted children. I'm like, okay, these are conversations we have to have. And I always wanted to date somebody that's either my age or a little older. And honestly, they already had children because I didn't want that pressure. I don't want the pressure of, okay, he wants children, I can't give him that. Like, what if I pass that stage in my life? And
No. You are past that stage in your life. Let's not speculate. Don't speculate here, sweet cheeks. Let's just go ahead and call a spade a spade. See, on one hand, she says, my biological clock is ticking. Then on the other hand, while I was attracting 20-somethings, I guess we're going to have that conversation. I can't give them kids. She already knows she can't have kids. She knows it's over for her biologically. She does. But she wants us to think that she thinks that her biological clock is still ticking and that she still has time because, well, you know, artists sometimes start in their 40s and make it. Even though artists starting in their 40s and making it has abso-fucking-lutely nothing to do with men wanting you.
another thing that's really hard about dating in your 40s is, for me, is finding a man that's not intimidated.
Here we go. Here we fucking go. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Finding a man that's not intimidated. Ladies, we're not intimidated by your quote-unquote accomplishments. We are not intimidated by you. You can't beat us up. There's nothing you can do to us. The worst thing you can do is reject us. That's about it. Oops.
I've dated, and then men see how I'm living, and it's like, oh, I can't keep up with that. And I'm like, I don't need you to keep up. The things I need from you, of course, I want someone who has something going on for themselves. Of course, I want somebody who can do the things for me that I can do for them, but it doesn't have to always be on the level that I do it, because that's not what I need you for. I need love.
There it is. There it is, guys. I've been saying this for years. And Myron actually puts it more succinctly. But I'll do my version first, then I'll do Myron's. Look. The more accomplishments, money, status, clout a woman gets, the further she shrinks her pool of potential suitors. In other words, the more money women get, the more doors close. The more money men get, the more doors open. This is copium, as Jay Blaze says, at its finest. Men are intimidated by you. No, they're not, and you know it. No, men don't. When women get money, power, status, they are fucking bitches. Let's get that right. Women are ill-equipped to handle money, status, power. They're just not. That's why they always have to have male managers and handlers and things of that nature. But here this woman is. Men are intimidated by me. Guys, this is the ultimate copium. This is the ultimate copium.
I need affection. I need the love languages. And there's 5, and I need all of them. I need someone that is emotionally supportive to me, someone that supports my career. And I've found that a lot of men are not in a space of maturity or even have the bandwidth to give me that. They're so used to just buying.
Oh no, it ain't the maturity, sweet cheeks. It's not it's absolutely the bandwidth. That's right. You're absolutely right about that. You're absolutely right about that. Any man who has the bandwidth to support a woman in her career, not the kind of woman she wants. Not the kind of woman she wants. She does not want those men. But let's back up for a second. She says, I need all 5 love languages. Baby, sweetie, you're lucky if you get 5 minutes with a man of value. See, again, it's incredible. Because I can promise you, when this woman was 20, 21, 23, she wasn't talking about all 5 love languages. No, she's talking about all 5 orgasms. Is what she's talking about. I don't need love languages. I need a nigga to beat it up. Yeah, hey, look, have fun, knock yourself out. There's nothing wrong with letting random niggas beat it up and shooting you raw, but there's a price to be paid.
Buying women and, oh, I'll go do this, I'll pay for this, and everything's gonna be okay. No, I need you to be my homie, my lover, and my friend.
Oh my God.
That's where I feel like
my homie, my lover, and my friend. Do you see that? Homie, lover, friend. Didn't that come from R. Kelly? See, this again is some of the dumbest shit that black women do, is they base their preferences off a goddamn song. Your homie, lover, friend? Do you know the nigga that sang that? Huh? Robert Sylvester Kelly, a.k.a. R. Kelly, who's in prison for unspeakable fucking crimes. But you want to use his lyrics as your homie, lover, friend. Women do this all the time, guys. If it rhymes, if it's grammatically symmetrical, if it's a song, if it's some sort of feel-good Kool-Aid like Manosphere Highlights Daily says, they are all in. Homie, lover, friend. No. I got my homies and my friends over here, and I got my lovers over there. I'm not trying to fuck my homies or my friends. I want to fuck my woman. This is absolutely ridiculous. What exactly is a homie, lover, friend other than what you think R. Kelly described it as?
Been dating, I just haven't found.
And I can promise you, this is one of the bitches that was on the hashtag mute R. Kelly. The nerve.
All 3 of those things in a man. When I think about some of my worst and best dates, one of the best dates I ever had, I was living in DC, and this was when The Devil Wears Prada was out. Anybody who knows me knows I can quote The Devil Wears Prada from top to bottom. I love that movie. And I had never taken a train ride before, so we took the train from DC to New York. He took me to Nobu 57. And this is when Nobu was just starting to pop, because it was in every rap song. So it was
this is when Nobu was starting to pop because it was in a rap song. That's her second reference to a rap song, and now she's quoting The Devil Wears Prada. Look at the twinkle in her eyes. Look at the twinkle in her eyes. This is another problem with women. They think that their lives are a movie and that they're the main character. Why do you think they identify with romantic comedies so much? The Devil Wears Prada. Gotcha.
We went to Nobu tonight, so we went to Nobu, and then the next day he took me to see The Color Purple. After the play, he took me to Smith & Lewinsky, which was the restaurant that Meryl Streep had Anne Hathaway go get her lunch. And when she brought it, she goes, "Oh, I don't need that. I'm going to have lunch with DiMarschier." And she was like, pissed. So she takes the plate and throws it in the sink, and the plate cracks and all this stuff. So we went there. We got the exact same steak that Meryl Streep had ordered, or that Anne Hathaway had ordered from Meryl Streep. And I was like, this is the most thoughtful Valentine's Day I've ever had, and probably still one of the most thoughtful weekends. Somebody's like really planned out.
Yeah, but where's he now? So this nigga picked you up in D.C., where, by the way, you were living alone, and we know about women who live alone, specifically in D.C. You know what they get up to on the weekends. Appreciate that very much. We know what they do. We know what they do on the weekends, right? But this dude that took her on a date, look, the kind of date that she's describing, this thoughtful date, this is a date that only a woman, the kind of date that this dude just took her on is the kind of date that only a woman who has earned it should get. You don't take somebody out on a first date and hit all the marks with all the movies she likes. Guys, Hitch wasn't real. Hitch wasn't real, guys. Nobody gets it all right all the fucking time. And those that do, I'm telling you right now, if you hit all of the marks on this date, on the first or second date, guys, it's going to turn women off because they're thinking, oh man, this is amazing, this is so fabulous, but then they're thinking, am I really worth it? Like, this dude really is going all out. Gentlemen, women lose respect for men who try too hard in the beginning. You want to know why? Because women, no matter what they say, they inherently know that we are the prize. They'll say they're the prize, and they'll say that we need to chase them, but why else do you think they get turned off when a man invests too much too soon?
For me.
Christopher Scott, welcome to Chat Privileges. At Christopher Scott, to welcome him to the TSR family. If you would, Chris, give us your age and location, as is customary of all first-time members. Please put your age and location in the chat. This is how communities of like-minded men are built. You never know. Another man watching this podcast might be in your city, could be in your neighborhood, could be on your block, he could be in your building. So if you would, Chris, putting your age and location, everyone else follow suit.
And then we got back home. He bought my first Louis Vuitton bag, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is great.
This dude took her out on this date and brought her a Louis Vuitton bag. Jesus fucking Christ.
And then I found out that he was a scammer.
Ah!
Yeah. They always say when things seem to be too good to be true, they probably are. And I was like, Lord, how does this man work for the government and he's scamming?
But did he smash, though? Did he smash? It's funny. Women tell stories like this all the time. They tell stories like this all the time. Oh, it was just such a great day and blah, blah. It turns out he was a scammer. And then what happened? Well, I saw him for the next 6 months. But you knew he was a scammer. Gentlemen, women don't care how you make the money. They don't care how you make the money. They care that you made the money. Today's modern women would rather date and be in a relationship with a known drug dealer who makes millions of dollars per year than with, say, a forklift driver who makes 55. Do not get it twisted. Women don't care how you got the money. They care that you got the money. Look, we're guilty of the same thing. We don't care how you lost the weight. We care that you're hot. Right? We see a woman with a hot body. She's, we're like, hey. Then a girl come in, well, the reason why she looks like that she got a boob job. Okay. So, all right, great. Well, she got liposuction. All right. We don't care. As long as the body's hot, we don't care how she achieved the body. As long as the body is there, as long as the looks are there. Same thing as women. Women don't let these women make you think that they give a shit about how you make your money. They don't care. She's going to sit here and try and act like she was all turned off because she found out he was a scammer. I promise you she dated this guy for 6 months.
He had this man, and I don't want to be stereotypical because if you live in Atlanta, we know there's a lot of scammers. And most of them are of African descent. So he had...
That's her first mistake. That's her first mistake, is that she lives in Atlanta. See that? Yeah.
This African friend who he's like, he owed him some money. And he's like, hey, babe, can whatever his name was, put this money in your account. So I was like, sure. So I wake up one morning and
here we go. Hey, baby, can you put this money in your account? That should have set off alarm bells right there. And of course she did it. Of course she did it.
It's like, I wake up and there's like a negative $1 million on my bank statement. I'm like, a negative $1 million? I'm like, first of all, I'm working for the government. I know I ain't making no $1 million. I'm like, and who put out $1 million? Why isn't it saying negative? So I called the bank and they're like, oh, that's because there's a fraud alert on your account because the money that was deposited the other day was actually stolen. What?
Hey, city boys, we up. City boys, we up. This bitch is gonna sit here and act like she didn't have an inkling. Bitch, you work for the government. You work for the government. You are 40 years old and you fell for a scammer. Guys, she didn't fall for the scammer. She didn't fall for the scammer, y'all. Somewhere deep down, somewhere in her psyche, she knew something wasn't right. She knew something wasn't right. She knew something wasn't right. Was it the neck tattoo? Probably. Was it the fact that he has 2 phones? Yeah, that could have tipped her off. Right? That could have tipped her off. This woman knew that this man was a scammer for sure. But then as soon as he asked you to deposit this money into your bank account, you did it? Nah, bitch. You knew what he was. You knew what he was. But the dick was good. The dick was good and you liked the lifestyle. Daniel, welcome to Chat Privileges. At Daniel to welcome him to the TSR family. Put your age and location in the chat, Daniel. I'm not going to call you Daniel a prophet because there is no such thing as a prophet. I'm not hating. I'm just not into that kind of stuff. Right with the $2 super chat says, women love the lifestyle, not you. Real shit.
Y'all, I cannot make this shit up. So like, on my lunch break, I had to go to Bank of America and put out an affidavit to let them know it wasn't me. And they're like, no, we know it wasn't you. And but I couldn't have an account with them for like years because of that. It was crazy. So you gotta be careful who you date and get to know people because it was real good and then it got real bad.
How long did you date him though? How long after you saw that negative million in your account? How long did you smash him after that? That's what I want to know.
Let's see, another bad date. I want to tell y'all some funny stuff.
Oh, here we go. Roadblock 85 says, that's the kind of bitch that'll let you hide the jammy at her crib. Yeah, real talk. Real talk. Yes, she will. She absolutely will.
And I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't really been in a serious relationship since 2017. So the dating has been very far.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I haven't been in a serious relationship since 2017. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, 2023 minus 6. Let's just split the difference. 5 years. This chick has spent 5 years on the Sausage Express. 5 years, probably closer to 6. And she wonders why she's single at 40. Guys, do not let women tell you. Don't let women make you think that because they haven't been in a serious relationship in just a few years, that doesn't mean that they had their legs closed, living in a convent, waiting for Jesus Christ himself to come down and show her Mr. Right. Nope. Nope, just because she was not active on the dating scene, the seriously dating scene, does not mean that she wasn't active on this scene. That's what's been going on. That's what's been going on in the 5+ years. Big Brandon in the house. Good to see Big Brandon in the house, TSR Security. Appreciate you.
Few between. But I dated this other guy who was a little older, and one of my biggest pet peeves is someone who doesn't tip well. Judge me if you want to, but I feel like when there are people in hospitality, you should take care of them, especially if they look out for you, and especially if I'm taking to, because I actually set the reservation up because that was another thing. I was always having to set up everything. I'm like, dog, like, can you do anything? Like, what is going on? Like, I don't understand that about men who, like, it's like the courtship has been lost. Like, how men used to, like, send flowers. We're going to talk about that, too.
Oh, no, don't send flowers, y'all. Nope, you don't send flowers to women like this. You send flowers to women like Ryan. You send flowers to women like Kat. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you guys are fucking up. If you guys have no idea who Ryan and Kat are, then at 3:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you need to tune in Donovan Sharpe or rumble.com/Donovan Sharpe. That's where the real content happens, by the way. That's where the real shit happens, is on motherfucking Rumble. We have actually managed to find us a unicorn and maybe a half. But you don't send bitches like these flowers. You don't send women like this flowers. You want to know why? Because it doesn't impress them. They've been there, done that. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. This is the problem with girls dating millionaires and billionaires when they're in college. Now, listen, they're entitled to do whatever they want to do, but listen, ladies, if you're in college and you're 19, 20 years old and you've got the attention of a millionaire, billionaire, guess what? Baby girl, leave school. Leave school. Consolidate on the guy who's fucking you. who's taking you to, hopefully not Dubai, who's taking you to Tulum, he's taking you to Mexico. The goal, if this dude is fucking you, this means he likes you a little more than the other girls he's fucking. Don't continue to go to college. Don't fuck other guys. Consolidate on this guy. Nope. They want to go from millionaire to millionaire to millionaire. Those are gold diggers. The Red Black 85 with the $10 super chat says, my biggest red flag is people who don't tip well, aka I used to be a stripper or bottle girl. That's a very good That's a very good analogy. But in her defense, guys, tip your service people well. Seriously. Your waiters, your waitresses, like they work, your bartenders, they work hard, man. They really do work hard. It's a thankless job. We take them for granted. Tip them well.
Used to send flowers, take time in advance to set up, hey, I want to take you out on this day. They wait till the day of, oh, what are you doing tonight? There's no initiative anymore.
You want to know why there's no initiative? You want to know why there's no initiative? Because, well, men, we are not incentivized to show initiative. Let me tell you what happens when men plan dates. Let me just put you up on game here. Here's what happens when men plan dates. You see a girl, or I don't even know how men are meeting girls these days. I don't know if dudes are cold approaching, swiping right. I don't know. I don't care. Let's just say, somehow, in the many ways that men meet women these days, somehow you guys make it to each other's phones, right? Meet her on a Monday, you chat her up, you get the number, whatever the case may be. All right, cool. So let's do what this woman says. I'm going to send her flowers on Tuesday. You know what she's going to do? Oh my God, you're going to make me cry. That is so sweet. Then you're going to tell her, you know what? I want to plan a date for us. Oh my God, that's so sweet. I've been waiting on a man like you all my life. I'm going to plan us a train ride. We're going to go from DC to New York. Remember that movie, The Devil Wears Prada? Remember that? Yeah, man. We're going to go order the same steak that Anne Hathaway and Meryl Streep had at that dinner. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. She can't wait. She cannot wait. Then Tuesday through Thursday happens. You know why women want you to plan the date in advance, guys? You want to know the real reason why women want you to plan the date? Is to give herself enough time to fuck other dudes on her roster. That's why they want you to plan the date. They want to know where you plan for her to be and how you plan to be there. That's what's happening. I want you to plan the date. No, you don't. You want me to plan the date so you can continue fucking Jeremy and Taquan and Chad and then get fed on my dime. Right? That's why girls want you to plan the date. Because while you're planning the date, she's getting butt fucked by Kevin in sales or Dave the unemployed garage band guitar player who may or may not live on a couch, that may or may not be on a street, that may or may not have ever existed. That's why. Do not plan the dates on these bitches. You be spontaneous. Real Bravado Network. $10 says, Jesus isn't good enough for these chicks, Donovan. Nothing's good enough for these bitches. Sorry.
We're going to talk about the flowers real quick. So I love flowers. Anybody who knows me knows that I love flowers.
Stop the cap.
Correction. She loves flowers from men she's attracted to. She loves flowers from men she's attracted to. That's what she loves about it. She loves flowers because it's validation.
You know, I dated this guy, and he literally looked me in my face and said, "You know why I haven't gotten you flowers?" And I was like, "Why?" I do want to know. Actually, yes. And he said, because you want them.
What you looking like that for? What you looking like that for? You see, women, this is so funny. Women want men to be traditional without them having to be traditional. Of course, it's standard operating procedure for a man who's interested in a woman to send her flowers back in the day. But we know now is if we give women what you want, you guys get bored. That's why he told you straight up, I haven't bought you flowers because I know that's what you want. You see, here in 2023, gentlemen, if you do what women want, they will get bored with you. That's the bottom line. This woman may very well like flowers, and I'm sure maybe she has flower arrangements. That's fine. That's fine. But if we haven't learned anything in the past 15 plus years, is that if you do what women want, they will get bored with you and move on. Period. This guy knew that. That's why he told her.
what sense does that make? He said, but when I do it, he said, it's going to be so elaborate, you're going to be like, oh my gosh. And I was like, you're making no sense. If you know this is a part of my love language and this is something that makes me happy, do it. Because I do that for you. And that's another thing, understanding like how people need to be loved, because the way I love may not be the way my man needs to be loved. So
Yes, sweetheart, the way you need to be loved is very different from the way men need to be loved. The only two things we only need a few things. We need you to be faithful. We need you to be I think that's about it. Faithful, loyal, and not fat. Fit, feminine, friendly. That's how we want to be loved.
understanding that, hey, okay, Crystal's love language is all the love languages. So let me make sure at some point I'm touching her. Let me make sure at some point I give her affection. Make sure at some point I give her affirmations. I give her gifts. I do acts of service for her. And I'm not.
Gifts and acts of service. Do you see that? You see that? I need all the love languages. I need gifts. I need validation. I need this. I need a Prada bag. I need these Gucci shoes. That's not love language, bitch. That's not love language. Those are possessions. Stop it.
I feel like that's all encompassing a relationship. And I'm not saying.
Yeah, you can feel the way you want. You can feel the way you want. Christopher Scott says, did you do that for him? I need him to verify that. Exactly. Exactly. Chris makes a good point. Women love to rewrite history. I gave him everything and he didn't give me nothing. Well, if that's what happened, then why did you stay with him for 3.5 years?
Do all those things every single day, but like just consistently let me know, hey babe, I see you, I hear you, and I feel you. And when he did that, I was just like, okay, this is crazy. I was like, you're not my guy. You can go.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Awesome. Excellent. You can go. There you go. There you go. Do you see what happened there? He told her, I know that that's what you want. That's why I'm not giving it to you. But when I do, it's going to be elaborate. As soon as he gave her that validation. See ya. See ya. Guys, there's no such thing as a love language, y'all. Love language is bimbo babble for give me what I want. Make me feel good. That's it. That's it. Love language is just bimbo babble for women to tell you what they want. That's it. Sorry.
And the other guy who didn't tip well, it was just like, you know, if you don't treat, I feel like you don't treat the way you treat like waiters and people who are there to serve you. If you don't treat them right, that's an immediately dismissal for me.
Do you see how women are always looking for a reason to disqualify men? Right? Do you guys see? Well, he didn't tip well, so I dumped him. He said he was going to buy me flowers, even though that's what I told him I wanted. So I dumped him. Men, we're looking for every reason to qualify a woman. Women are looking for every reason to disqualify a man. Christopher Scott with the $2 super chat says, yep, she's greedy as hell. Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
Even when I think about like the dating process as a 40-year-old woman, it's not the same as it was in my 30s. Like, sis don't have time. You know, I'm like, okay, what are we doing? Like, I'm not applying the pressure like day one unless I really, really like you. I'm like,
there it was. See that? I'm not applying the pressure like I really, really like you. That, sweetheart, that's why you're single. This is the problem with black women in America. They see expressing interest in a man as a weakness. And what these women are too stupid to realize is that they're operating from a point of view of projection. Man, you are repulsed when a guy angles or campaigns for a relationship. But when a woman does the same thing, that does not repulse us. Red flags for women are green flags for men, ladies. And notice, and I mean, she hasn't once told us what exactly she can do for us, right? I want my 5 love languages. I want gifts. I want dates. I want. Okay, that's fine. Listen, you are perfectly well within your rights to want whatever it is you want. I'm not mad at that. But what are you going to do for me? If I'm going to be taking you on train rides and Nobu 47 and Homie Lover Friend and following all these rap niggas songs and flowers and gifts and all this other kind of stuff, what do I get? What are you going to do for me? Because I'm not going to do that for you before I know that you're worth it. See, that's the problem with modern women. They want their payment up front. I'm this amazing woman, and when you can show me that you're an amazing man, then I'll give you the pussy. Nope. Sorry. It is on women to qualify to us. And the reason for that is because there are more of you than there are of us. What this woman doesn't realize is that the number of men is that women like her outnumber the men that they want by like 6,000. She doesn't get it. She doesn't understand that there aren't just high-value niggas that you pick off the high-value tree like Kevin Samuel says. No, sweet cheeks. No. You are a dime a dozen. The men you want are not. That's the problem.
My husband or my cousin, because I need to know, what are we doing? Apply the pressure, because I like you. But I do like to take time to get to know my person. I am big on referrals. I really do not like meeting strangers. I want to know somebody that knows you to vouch for you and say, okay, yeah, this person isn't crazy, or this is his past, this is what he's been through. I need a little background check on you. I just want me to feel safe. And then even with my success, like I have to be more.
Oh, so now you need a background check on somebody and that you got scammed by a Nigerian scam ass nigga? Is that what it is now? Huh. Okay. See, because if I got scammed by a female Nigerian scammer and I said, well, I got scammed, so I need a background check. Oh my God, you should trust her. Do you guys see how this works? Women reserve the right to course correct, but then when men decide to course correct, we're misogynistic. I understand why she wants to get a background check on these niggas out here. I get it. But don't come at me looking at me sideways when I want the whole facts. You want the background check? I want the whole facts. I want, you want. We all want.
Strategic about the type of men that I even am around. I have to make sure that you just don't have a lot going on, that you're here for the right reasons. Even like the dating phase. Like before I could go a year and still be wondering like, what are we doing? Now after a few months, like, okay, we know each other, like, what are we doing? Like,
oh, interesting. You see that? See, when I was younger, I'd hang around for a year or so. Now that I'm 40, not so much. Guys, this woman is thinking out loud in real time. Like, like I said, this right here should be a case study on the typical dating arc of the average rank and file American black woman. Everything she is telling us is revealing to us why she is single at 40. Pay attention. Richard Clark says, Donovan, and that is Donovan, can you give 3 suggestions on where to go on a first date for a guy in his 20s? I appreciate the super chat, Richard. I can't give you a real in-depth answer. You'd probably have to buy a consultation for that. But off the top of my head, first date for a guy in his 20s, don't take her anywhere to eat. I would go go-karts, bowling. I would definitely do an adventure date. But do not, I repeat, do not take her to a sit-down restaurant. Don't do it. Action dates, feed the ducks, go to a museum, go for a walk in the park, right? Those are my suggestions. Real Bravado Network, $5 super chat, says, your award is a very used coochie, like a 1982 Buick Park Avenue used. Oh my God, RBM, that was the car that I drove in high school. You know what? I lied. I drove a Buick Cutlass Sierra. Never mind. Tomato.
are we gonna make this thing official? You trying to put a ring on it? You trying to be my life partner with?
There we go. Give them suggestions, guys. Yeah, Starbucks, great date. Go to the zoo. Awesome.
But it's definitely a situation where I'm open. I used to like to stay in the house all the time. And I was like, Crystal, you're never going to find a man if you don't leave the house.
This is funny. Roadblock says, take her to the crib. Yep, that'll work. You could take her to the crib. You could take her to Pound Town. You could take her behind the woodshed.
But y'all, even just getting ready, putting the makeup on, doing your hair, finding an outfit, going to shop for an outfit. So you feel like
it's just so much trouble to just get ready for a date. This one is literally, look how pressed she is. Look how pressed she, oh, Chris Scott, food trucks. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Like, look. Food truck tacos, y'all. Look, anyone who has been to southern Los Angeles, East LA, La Puente, that area, you will never find better food truck tacos. You will never find better food truck tacos anywhere in the world. Sorry. Dude, oh my God. Don't get me started.
I have nothing to wear. And then you get out there and nobody approaches you. What am I doing?
You're 40. That's the problem. That's what you're doing. Look, again. Look. Guys, this is the typical dating arc. It's not what you're doing, it's what you're not. That's what it comes down to.
I find myself coming home, I done spent $200 on a meal and drinks, and still ain't got no action. What's going on? I'm still trying to figure it out. And people are like, men don't approach me. I'm like, no, nobody approaches me. I'm like, I don't know if I look like I'm mean, or some people say I'm unapproachable. Other people say, oh, you.
There it is. Don't let that get away. Some people say I look unapproachable. Some people say I mean. There it is, guys. There it is. I just figured it out. This woman's a fucking bitch. She's a bitch. That's one of the many reasons why she's single. She is a bitch. She just told us that other people tell her that she is mean and unapproachable. Just like Lisa on The Ultimatum. In the beginning, she was all feminine and docile. Then she let the ghetto nigga bitch come out at her. Hitting him upside the head, faked the pregnancy, got him off a show, all that nonsense. All that nonsense. But it's what am I doing? She's sitting here using her white girl voice trying to convince us. I have no idea why men don't approach. No, men don't approach you because you're a fucking bitch. That's why. Men are not going to approach women who are unapproachable. Sorry. We're just not going to do it. If you're sitting at if you are a black woman with a hair hat and you're sitting at the bar with a scowl, that doesn't say, hey, come hither. No, that says stay the fuck away. This is the problem with American black women, is their default expression is stay the fuck away. I don't know where this came from. I don't know how this came about, but that's the default. Stay the fuck away. Well, I spent $200 on an outfit and this and that. Why don't men approach me? That's why. That's why.
Look like you already got a man. I'm like, I don't.
Oops.
I don't know if I need.
No, wait a minute.
Just
Okay, I have no idea.
getting ready.
Okay. We do it live, y'all. Give me a second. That is really weird that this just all of a sudden.
Putting the makeup on, doing your hair, and still be wondering like, what?
Did I mute this? Come on now.
Are we doing now?
Is this another Matrix attack? All right, hang on, y'all, hang on.
Here are a list of things I expect men to do in marriage.
All right, let's.
Number 1, pay the rent, mortgage.
I have no idea who or what that is. Sounded like it could have been Allie.
A few months, like,
There it is. I don't know where that came from, y'all. Sorry.
okay, we know each other. Like, what are we doing? Like, are we gonna make anything official? You trying to put a ring on it? You trying to be my life partner? What? But it's definitely a situation where I'm open. I used to like to stay in the house all the time, and I was like, you're never gonna find a man if you don't leave the house. But y'all, even just getting ready, putting the makeup on, doing your hair, finding an outfit, just going to shop for an outfit because you feel like I have nothing.
Wah! Bitch, wah! Really? You want me to feel sorry for you? That you got all dolled up and didn't get any action? What are you, a fucking dude?
Where? And then you get out there and nobody approaches you.
Correction. Nobody you want to approach you approaches you. Look, man, this woman is 40 years old, but she's attractive enough. I mean, y'all, I've seen uglier, fatter bitches get hollered at by niggas in the 20s. But when women say, where have all the good men gone? Where have, men aren't approaching me. No. Nope. Nope. Men are approaching you. It's just not the men you want to approach. That's what this is. Richie D with the $5 super chat says, leave it to Donovan to tell it like it is. That's all I know how to do. Let's continue.
What am I doing? I find myself coming home, I done spent $200 on a meal and drinks, and still ain't got no action. What's going on? I'm still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, welcome to our world. Welcome to our world, baby girl.
And people are like, men don't approach me. I'm like, no, nobody approaches me. I'm like, I don't know if I look like I'm mean, or some people say I'm unapproachable.
There it is. Some people say I'm unapproachable. There it is.
Other people say, oh, you look like you already got a man. I'm like, I don't. I don't know if I need to just put a sign on back. I'm single, ready to mingle, and maybe somebody will holler. But like, I try to be more conscious.
Isn't this interesting? You can just tell. Look, you can tell a lot about someone by listening to the with the sound down. Look how masculine her body language is. Watch. Look, what is all of that? This is all. Look, this is masculine. Look. All of that. Like, that is not, no, that's masculine behavior, baby. That's masculine behavior. You need to go to femininity school is what you need to go, is what you need, sweetie. You need to learn to go to school to be a lady. That's the problem.
But like, I try to be more conscious of smiling at people, starting conversation or saying hello.
Oh my God. I have started being more conscious about smiling at people, saying hello, and making conversation. You know what? Don fucking DeMarco. Oh, who knew? Who knew Who knew that the answer to getting approached was being feminine? Black women have to consciously turn on the femininity. See, white girls ain't got to do that. White girls ain't got to do that, okay? They ain't got to do that. White girls are naturally more submissive. Yeah, there's some masculine white bitches out there, but just about every black woman out there is masculine, y'all. Sorry. Tell it like it is. Tell it like it is. Colonel Sanders, member for 42 months, says this bullshit-ass garden tool vomits, gives me a headache. I agree. Roadblock 85, $5 superset says, sorry, but the Hood Marge Simpson hair hat is distracting as fuck. What the fuck is that? I think Dave Chappelle referred to these as shitlocks in The Nutty Professor. Yeah, looks like a dog took a steamy pile of shit on her head. Looks about right. Looks about right. Look, the makeup game is on point, right? Eyebrows aren't too extreme. I ain't mad at that. Looks like she's got nice teeth. Looks like the nail game is solid. But yeah, I don't really do well with shitlocks. I don't know, maybe that's her steez, maybe that's what she's going with. Me personally, I'm not into shitlocks, but who am I?
So the guy can know, like, okay, she's interested, or that was an invitation to have a further conversation, but y'all don't get it. Like, I don't understand. Help me. I need somebody to respond to this and tell me what I need to do, because your girl needs help. And
no, sweetie, you are beyond help. Listen, let me save you the trouble. You're beyond help. What you're going to have to do if you don't want to be alone is you're going to have to lower your standards. Because let me tell you a little secret here, whatever your name is, sweetheart, sweet cheeks. It will be impossible for you to find and lock down a man you both respect and love, who respects and loves you too. That's it. There was a point of no return, probably somewhere in your early to mid 30s. Probably when you stopped dating. Right? But this woman needs to understand that having a good man and being happy, those are out of the question. You're going to have those at the same time. You're not going to have those at the same time. Because the good men don't make you happy. But the men that don't make you happy give you the good dick. It is going to be impossible for this woman to have a good man and to be happy.
one of the biggest things for me is
oh, look at this. What are some things that you tolerated in your 30s that you wouldn't accept at 40? Here we go.
being intentional. And I let people know straight out the gate. Listen, if you're not intentional, I'm in a very intentional space in my life right now. Mm-hmm. I know what I want. I know what I'm ready for. I know what I bring to the table. So when you come into this table, I need you to understand, ain't no half-assing. Ain't no like, oh, I'll call her when I want to call her. I'm going to carry her any kind of way.
Yeah, but sweetie, you're 40, baby, not 20. Okay? See, these are the demands that she should have been making a half a lifetime ago. When she was 20, she was probably quite attractive. She's probably quite attractive. That is the time. That is the time to be like, look, I'm 20 years old. I got 2.5 bodies, whatever. I'm the one in the catbird seat. I'm the one in the power position. I'm the one that can dictate terms because there are a lot less of me than there are you. At 20 years old, y'all, at 20 years old, this is why women like Ryan and Kat can write their own ticket. Because there are more guys like me than there are women like Ryan and Kat. And guys, I'm a top 1%er. Please believe. I'm a top 1%er in many ways. But there are more of me than there are of Ryan and Kat. Well, there are far more of her than there are of me. So yeah, you can talk about men being intentional and this and that and the third, but again, we're talking 2023. And men who are intentional in 2023 get looked down on. This is her trying to use this as an excuse to disqualify you. I need you to be intentional. I need you to tell me what your intentions are so I can disqualify you if you're not hot enough.
Sometimes, like in my 30s, I feel like I had a little more grace, or I feel like I put up with more because I wasn't as secure in who I am.
No, you put up with that because you were a hoe. You put up with that because you were a hoe, baby. That's why. And you are more insecure at 40 than you ever were at 20, though you were still insecure then. which is the time you should have locked down a nigga.
But now I'm not putting up with that. I need you to come in knowing what you want and saying, hey,
Yep.
I see you and I know you're a good woman. I know I need to take this serious.
How the fuck would we know that? How do I know that you're the woman based on a 5-minute conversation? See, again, this is women, once again, assuming that they're the prize. See, this is why women like this require us to be intentional up front. Because what she's thinking in her mind, look, I've got everything you want. I already know that right out the gate. So what is you gonna do for me? Because I already know I'm the shit. No. That is all wrong, sweetie. That is all wrong. That is all wrong. You're a 40-year-old woman who is single, childless, with a government job. You ain't shit. You really ain't. You really aren't shit. Like, this woman thinks she's hot. No, you are not high value. You are a basic bitch that is a dime a dozen. This is why you are single. This is why you're single. There is nothing extraordinary about you. All you have told us here for the last 10 minutes is what you want. But you haven't told us what you can do for us.
Even if it's just as a friendship, I need to come in here knowing that I get to know you. I'm not playing with you.
There we go.
And where it
See,
goes.
there it is. She just gave herself away. Even if it's just a friendship, there it is. There it is. If I say you got resources, but I ain't trying to fuck with you like that, yeah, we can be friends. Nope, sorry, not interested. Do you see? Women want you to be intentional so they can intentionally put you in the box they want to put you in. Okay, this is going to be a fuck nigga right here, right? You already know he's going, oh, this guy wants to be in a relationship with me? Bet. Friend zone. Friend zone. Oh, this dude wants a ring? There's my orbiter. Oh, here's another orbiter. There's my phone bill. Oh, guy who wants another relationship. There's backup plan number 2. Oh, shit, Taquana's back in my life. Fuck nigga number 3. That's how they do it. That's how they do it. The reason why women want you to be intentional, is so that they know up front what they're dealing with. And if they know up front what they're dealing with, they can put you in the appropriate box.
Where it goes. I may have even put up with like cheating. You know what I'm saying? I dealt with that and I would forgive and be like, it's okay. Because I struggled with, and I still kind of struggle with this. I'm still trying to figure this part out. How we put marital expectations on dating.
Ooh.
So we're not married, but I want you to be monogamous, exclusive. I want you to treat me like your wife.
Oh my
and
God.
I want all the rewards of a husband, and we're not married.
That's it. I give up. Let's rewind that just a little bit. Did this bitch really just say she wants all of the benefits of being in a marriage without being married? But she wants the ring, right?
Because I struggled with, and I still kind of struggle with this. I'm still trying to figure this part out. How we put marital expectations on dating. So we're not married, but I want you to be monogamous, exclusive. I want you to treat me like your wife, and I want all the rewards of a husband, and we're not married.
I want all the rewards of a husband, but we're not married. Isn't this the same type of bitch that says, I'm not going to give you wife privileges on a girlfriend salary? Right? If I tell a woman like this, look, I'm not giving you no title. I'm not giving you no goddamn title until you prove to me that you are worthy of that title. You see, women are more than willing to fill out an application. They'll submit a drug test. They'll submit a background. They'll submit their information from a background check. They'll go through 90 days of probation. They'll drink the terrible coffee. They'll put up with the terrible secretary. All for a shitty job working for a company that could not care less about her. But a man who is willing to fight and die for you, provide for you, when we request those same things, when we say, hey, look, going to be a probationary period. Look, I got to look into your background. Oh, whoa, slow down. I can't give you the title yet. Now we're toxic and misogynistic. Now we're toxic and misogynistic, huh? Is that it? This woman literally just sat here and told us that she wants what she tells men what they shouldn't want. I want all the benefits of a marriage, but we're not married. Bitch, is you serious? Hold up, man.
Really, nigga?
For real? You are a 40-year-old woman with a used up vajayjay, no kids, no ring, no relationship, no prospects. But you want me to treat you like a wifey? I swear to God, man. I swear to God. Yeah, Ice Dragon Hits, it sounds like a scam to me. Yeah, exactly. Now who's the scammer? Some Nigerian nigga got her for $1 million, right? Shout out to him. City boys be up. I ain't mad at him. Shout out to Simon Live, one of the world's greatest heroes. But then you want me to be monogamous and faithful and exclusive. You want all the privileges of a wifey without the actual title. No, sweetheart, that's a scam. That is dishonest. That is not a fair trade-off. I am not giving you something if you have not earned it first. Unbelievable.
So I had a friend of mine, she was like, I just believe that you're single until you're married. Until you're married, like, it's not under God. But
That's
we know
right.
At some point it has to be like, okay, this is the decision, this is what I'm doing. And I would put up with a lot of things because I was like, well, like, he's got to get out of his system. And I would make excuses for him. And then I would also try to justify, well, yeah, we're not married, so technically you can do what you want to do until we get married.
Yeah, the dick must have been good. Yeah. The dick was good. That's why she put up with the cheat, was because the dick was good.
But at what point does a man say, you know what, I'm ready to go ahead and start practicing being a husband because I know you're going to want me to cook, you're going to want me to clean, keep the house right, keep my body right.
Right. When does the man practice to be husband, sweetie? You got to practice being the wife first. Guys, I'm going to keep going back to this. That's why this woman is confused. Okay? That's why this woman is confused. It's because she honestly has no idea that the men she wants are not as plentiful as the women who want them. She has no idea that she is not in the minority. She thinks she's the commodity. She thinks that there are less women like her than the men she wants. No. It is literally the opposite. The more rare something is, the more valuable that commodity is. The more common something is, the less valuable that commodities are. The world and the United States is swimming with 40-something-year-old hoes, career-oriented, blah 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 blah. Y'all, like I said, y'all are a dime a dozen. You're a dime a dozen, but you want to sit here and list off all these things that you want. Unbelievable.
You want me to put it down right. You're going to want me to carry myself in a certain way, and all that encompasses a wife. And I feel like that was something that I dealt with that I probably wouldn't deal with in my 40s. Something else I dealt with in my 40s was inconsistency.
Inconsistency, huh? Go on, girl, go on.
My 30s, something I felt dealt with in my 30s was inconsistency. I would allow a man to just kind of come in and come out. I had a lot of relationships where it was off and on. And whenever
I had a lot. Dude, here, she's telling on herself here. Guys, I want you to pay attention very closely. What she is about to talk about here, and she doesn't realize she's telling on herself. What she's about to talk about here is her hoe phase. Here, she wants to talk about her hoe phase. And here's something else, guys. I want you guys to understand. Guys, if you haven't heard anything I've said to you to this point, you need to listen now. Okay? Women like to say that they've dated around, right? Yeah, I dated this guy and dated that guy. When you're dating someone, that might connote some sort of exclusivity, right? So when a woman says, I dated this guy and that guy, no, you guys didn't date. You were just fucking. See, they say, well, we were dating on and off. No, you were fucking on and off. You'll hear women dude, in Vegas, you used to hear this all the time. Yeah, I dated Drake, or I dated Lil Wayne, or I dated this rapper celebrity. No, sweetie. Just because he butt fucked you in a Miami hotel more than once doesn't mean you're dating. Okay? You didn't date Carmelo Anthony. You didn't date Jamal Mashburn. You didn't date whatever, pick a nigga NBA player. No, he fucked you. Just because you smash a celebrity doesn't mean you're dating. Same with this girl. She's smashing dudes left and right, but she wants to characterize it as dating to make it sound sweeter. Here's what she's about to do. She's about to tell us about her hoe phase. Watch and listen.
Me to carry myself in a certain way, and all that encompasses a wife. And I feel like that was something that I dealt with that I probably wouldn't deal with in my 40s. Something else I dealt with in my 40s was inconsistency. I mean, in my 30s, something I felt dealt with in my 30s was inconsistency. I would allow a man to just kind of come in and come out. I had a lot of relationships.
Here
where
we
it was
go.
off and on.
Here we go.
And whenever he called back, we were back on.
There it
We'd
is.
fade out, and then I would do what I was doing.
A lot of relationships were off and on. Guys who were fucking me but didn't commit.
When he would do what he was doing, then he called
There it
me,
is.
and it was like, okay, we back.
There it
you
is.
know?
There it
I had
is.
a guy that I did that with for like 6 years. He was like off and on. And to this day,
There it is.
it's funny. They're like, you know, that's your husband. I'm like, no. They're like, well, he still ain't with nobody. And I'm like, yeah, because he got issues. He has.
6 years. This woman spent 6 years on and off with this guy. 6 years. 6 years on and off with this guy. They always telling themselves. So I'm gonna play a skit for y'all quickly because I think you guys need to hear this. I think you guys need to hear this for sure because this has a lot to do with the auditioning part. Take a look and listen.
For a few weeks, and hey, so we've been seeing each other for a few weeks,
And what?
and I was wondering if we could, you know,
Stop right there. Not gonna happen.
you didn't even know what I was gonna ask.
You wanna make things official, right?
Wow, how did you know?
Because you people are all the same.
So, can we make it official?
You haven't proven anything to me other than your bedroom skills.
Well, relationships are more than just about sex.
Which is exactly why this isn't a relationship yet.
Well, you're not getting girlfriend benefits until I get the title.
There's the door. It's been fun.
Why are you acting like this?
Because you want something for nothing.
What?
What happens when you want a role in a Broadway play?
Easy. You audition for... Oh, I see what you mean.
Never commit to a woman who has not auditioned for her role in your life.
Just because she can make your toes curl.
And your eyes roll to the back of your head
At the same time,
doesn't mean she's girlfriend material.
failing to make a woman earn your commitment
Is the same as a Broadway production company just handing out roles even though people haven't auditioned for the parts.
and if everyone were just awarded roles for simply showing up,
That play would be an abject disaster.
well, the same goes for relationships.
If you don't make a woman audition for her role in your life,
Then don't be surprised when your relationship is terrible.
women value only what they are required to work for.
And if you don't make her work for your commitment,
She won't value your commitment.
hey, so
And there you have it. And there you have it. We actually had another skit that was a
we've
little
been
bit.
seeing each other for
Oops. We have another skit that's a little bit more elaborate that illustrates this point a little bit more perfectly. But you guys get the point. You guys get the point. This woman wants a role that she doesn't want to audition for. That's how this goes. Rest in peace to Daisy in the video.
Commitment issues. And I was like, that's not my husband. Something else that I
That's
dealt
not
with
my husband. Look,
not
look, look, look,
enough
look, 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 look. She's like, that's not my husband, but she wants him to be.
is the lying. Like, I just,
There
let's
you
just say
go.
this, I put up with a lot of shit that I would not put up with now. And that's because I don't have the tolerance. I have zero tolerance for lying, cheating, for inconsistency, for someone
There you
who,
go. There it is.
a deal breaker for me is someone who's not like a man of God, who doesn't
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh no. No. I absolutely hate it when women, especially black women, like to virtue signal. I want you to be a man of God. Unfucking believable. So you want me to be a man of God, but you're steady fucking this nigga for 6 years? Who has a fear of commitment, but you want me to be a man of God? Bitch, fuck out of here. Oops.
want to go to church. Like, I need somebody that I can do everything with. I don't want to just, we go on vacations together, we go to dinner together, we go to ball games.
David B with the $5 Cash App says, keep up the excellent work, Donovan. Appreciate that. Yeah, $ Donovan Sharpe if you want a Cash App. Appreciate it.
Things together. We do all the things together, but when on Sundays, I'm the only one going to church. That ain't gonna work for me. I need somebody that's like.
So you telling me you're going to church?
baby, we're going to pray together too, because we got to keep this
Oh
thing
my
tight.
God.
And
Oh my
that's
God.
for me is like one of the biggest things. I always say when people are like, what are you looking for in a man? And I always say, I want a man that has to seek God to get to me. When they see me,
Oh
they're
my
like,
God.
ooh, I can't go back the same way I went with all these other women. I got to go with this woman different.
Y'all. Do not buy into this bullshit that black women are selling. Black women want you to think that they really want a man of God. They don't want a man of God. They want a man they can control. They want a man that they can control, because women ain't here for that. They're just not. A man of God. Get the fuck out of here.
Lord, help me secure this, because I know if I do it, I'm gonna mess it up. I need you to seek him first before you step over here, okay? Secondly, how he treats his mother. I want him to like, my mother always say, watch how a man treats his mom, because that's how.
This is another this is another old wives' tale that black and white women alike love to believe in. Well, if he treats his mother well, then he'll treat you well. No. That's not the case at all. I hate to say, but I mean, I love my mom, but I don't really treat her that well because, well, we have a strained relationship. But I treat Devin better than I treat my mom. Why? Because Devin has earned that treatment. My mother has not. And I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I don't care what anybody says about that. I really don't. Oh my God, he said he treats his woman better than his mother. Yes, I do. Here's that skit that I was telling you guys about the wife benefits on a girlfriend salary.
Hey, make me a sandwich, would you? I'm starving.
Are you serious?
Huh?
You just asked me to make you a sandwich.
Hang on, I want to get this in high def. Hold up, y'all. Hold it. Here we go.
Hey, make me a sandwich, would you? I'm starving.
Are you serious?
Huh?
You just asked me to make you a sandwich.
Right. So, what's the big deal?
We're not married yet.
What's that got to do with anything?
Excuse me. I'm not going to give you wife benefits on a girlfriend's salary.
Hi, good afternoon.
So you're here to audition for the role of the Phantom?
Oh, no. I don't need to audition. I've been an extra for 2 years.
I'm sorry. Come again?
Well, almost 2 years, but close enough.
Michael, is it?
It's Mark.
Okay, Marcus.
Mark.
Mark, I'm a little confused here. You've been with us for 21 months now?
Yes, I have.
So you know we can't just give you the role, right?
Why not?
Because you need to show us that you can play the role.
But I've been an extra for 2 years.
21 months. And being an extra doesn't entitle you to a lead role.
You can't just trust that I'll be this production's greatest Phantom ever?
Of course not. We need to see that you can do it.
Well, that's silly.
Why is that silly?
You should just take my word for it that I'll be a really good Phantom.
I'm sorry, Michael.
Mark.
Mark, I'm sorry. We are not going to give you a role that you have not earned. I'm not giving you wife benefits on a girlfriend's salary.
Ladies, this is nonsense.
Just because you've had sex with him for a little while
And have managed to hide your red flags the whole time.
doesn't mean you deserve a ring.
Men with options are not going to give you something for nothing.
And sex doesn't count.
Especially if you've given the cheeks to countless men.
Ladies, if you want the ring,
Then you need to audition for the role.
the reason theaters require you to audition,
Is to make sure you can play the role.
and if you haven't shown that you can be a wife,
And do it consistently.
the men you want aren't giving you any jewelry.
Wait, we do give them jewelry.
You give them jewelry?
A pearl necklace.
Oh, yes. Yes, dude, those relationship skits, those are fun. Those are fun to do. Let's
He's
continue.
gonna treat you, and it's so true. I look at how he is around his friends, the company that he keeps, how he is when I bring my friends around, because a lot of times you can kind of tell when you bring them in different environments, you're like, okay, I see how you carry yourself. I want somebody I can take in any room, whether we with the president of the Atlanta Hawks.
Here we go. I want somebody I can take into any room. Do you see this? This is another flaw in the American, in the software of the American black woman. They don't see themselves as an extension of us. No, they see men as an extension of them. No, baby girl, that's wrong. No, I need a bitch I can take into any environment. You're not taking me into any environment I don't want to fucking be in. Sorry. I am not an extension of you, okay? I am an indirect extension of you in that when people see that I treat you well, that I'm dominant, you're submissive, yeah, Okay, there you go. But I am not an extension of you, sweet cheeks. I am not an extension of you at all. No, I'm the leader, you're the follower. Oops. Let's continue.
Sweet, or we are at a children's center helping some kids. Like, I want to know that I can put you in any room and you're going to adapt. And I can
Look
go
at
to the
this.
bathroom, you're not going to embarrass me. Okay? Because some folks you cannot leave unattended.
Some folks you can't leave unattended. This is showing us once again about her taste in men.
Another thing that I look for in a man is honesty and integrity. Integrity is so important because if you don't have that, it's just everything else starts to crumble.
By integrity, she means what she said earlier. Don't cheat on me. Don't talk to other women. Don't lie. No, you can be the world's worst person. You can still have integrity. There are criminals the world over, hardened criminals who have better and stronger integrity than the average rank and file man. You want to know what integrity is? Integrity is not selling out your boy for a piece of pussy. That's integrity. You don't have to be religious. You don't have to be on some moral high ground. But would you sell out your homeboy for a chance to get at Big Booty Becky? Would you sell? Most women, the answer is an emphatic. Yep. This is why I tell you guys all the time, do not be friends with men who are not good with women. They will turn on you. They will fuck you over. I speak from personal experience.
The way he handles himself, takes care of his body, that's important. And I've noticed that, like, the older I get.
What about the way you take care of your body? What about the way you take care of your body? Because it looks like you're a little overweight to me. And as a woman, you can't afford to be a little bit overweight. Oh, no. Well, why can the men be a little bit overweight? Well, because the men bring much more to the table than women do. You see, a woman's primary agency, her primary agencies are her youth and her beauty. She ain't got her youth. Not anymore anyway. So this bitch needs to hit the gym. If you want a man who takes care of his body, you need to take care of yours.
It's less about the physical. Don't get me wrong. Like, that's the first thing you do is you see the person. Like,
Here we
okay, what's
go.
up, daddy? And then it's like, okay, well, what else you got? You know saying after that. But I still want to be like, okay, I see you. But I've noticed that the older I get, the less important the physical is. It's more
unbelievable. The older I get, the less important the physical is. Guys, she is, yes. She's giving us the playbook. She's giving us the playbook, guys. Guys, this is what... You can't make this shit up.
About your spirit and your soul. And I found, like, I've been giving guys who may not be worldly, like the quote unquote like world definition of fine. And then I get to know and I'm like, wow, you really are fine. You may not be like what the world deems beautiful, but like your spirit is so beautiful. I dated this.
And where are they now? What happened to the men whose spirit was so beautiful?
This one guy, and he was Muslim, and my parents were so mad. They were like, that's unequally yoked. Like you shouldn't date somebody who's not Christian. And I was like, and this is really kind of what changed my view on religion, but we'll talk about that in a second.
Here we go. She dated this guy who was Muslim. Guys, I say this all the time. Dude, law number 40 of the 49 laws of Sharpe explicitly states that women do not have any steadfast beliefs on their own. They only believe what the strongest men in their lives believe. This woman is a Christian, and her parents are also Christian, but guess what? She gave it all up because of Allah. There you go. There it is.
And I was like, but nobody's ever loved me the way he has. This guy was the kindest person. He loved the way I love. I love really hard. He loved hard. There was nothing that I didn't have to ask for anything. If he saw that I needed it, it was done. I was like, he was so attentive.
So what happened to him? If this guy is so beautiful, if this guy's so awesome, I wonder what happened. Devin, if you're watching, I need another bottle of water, please.
We're still good friends to this day. He came to my college graduation.
Still good friends to this day. See that? See that? He was kind, and he was this, and he was that, and he did, and we remain friends to this day. Gentlemen, you can't make this shit up. Can't make this shit up. Can't make this shit up. Came to my college graduation, anything I needed, but he's in the friend zone.
He got to meet my family. After this man met my family, they were like, oh my God, we love him, because they saw what I saw. And just a beautiful, beautiful soul.
Oh, they saw what you saw. Here's another Donovanism. If your dad likes him, if a woman says, my parents would love you, she's not attracted to you. But if she says, my parents would hate you, oh yeah, she's attracted to you. Again, shouldn't be like this in 2023, but that's the way it is.
But taking it back to the religion part, because of that and the way my parents reacted to that whole unequally yoked thing, because of the way he made me feel and the way he loved me, it started to make me think that religion was just put in place to give people rules to live by, so that people can be good. And in all the religions, there's like one.
Do you see how she's explaining her way out of this? He said, "Oh, I admired that he was a Muslim, but his religious beliefs were just too restrictive for me." Translation: I was not into him. The reason she wasn't into him is because he did exactly what she told us to do at the beginning of the video. Bring me flowers. Take me out on dates. Give me what I need. This dude did everything she said she wanted, and she still friend-zoned him. Lorenzo said, kind of like Forrest Gump was good friend to Jenny. Nah, not really, because Forrest Gump clapped the cheeks. Forrest Gump clapped the cheeks. He said, Jenny, I'm a Division I college athlete at the University of Alabama. You're going to give me those cheeks.
Thing in common is love your neighbor as yourself. Like, be good to people. How you treat people is what's going to come back.
Hold on now. So on one hand, she says that religion was too restrictive, but now we keep quoting the Bible. I swear to God, women, dude, they talk out of both sides of their mouths all the time. Listen.
Because of that and the way my parents reacted to that whole unequally yoked thing, because of the way he made me feel and the way he loved me, it started to make me think that religion was just put in place to give people rules to live by, so that people could be good. And in all the religions, there's like one thing in common is love your neighbor as yourself. Like, be good to people. How you treat people is what's going to come back to you. And if the whole world followed that, it would be such a loving world.
So why did that become a problem for you? Oh, I know. The reason why that's a problem for you is because it was hard to step out on him. That's what this is, guys. That's what this is. He gave her what she wanted and needed. She got bored and decided to use his religion as an excuse to fade away. Yet she still says, love your neighbor as yourself. God forbid a man follows a religion that requires everyone in his circle, his woman included, to act with some integrity. Insane.
And I haven't studied like deeply all the different religions, but I feel like it was all put into place so that we can just be good people and have some type of rules to live by, so we're not
and what's wrong with that?
Reckless. But that was mine. He's the only Muslim I've dated. Honestly, like, I used to want like the hot boy, you know what I'm saying, that had it going on, the most popular, even from like high school. I always dated the star of the football team. College, I dated the star of the basketball team.
Guys, this is how it goes. I always used to like the bad boys, dated the captain of the football team, the star basketball player in college, and blah, 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 blah. Wow.
And then it was a phase of my life where I started to attract like dudes that was making a lot of money. And I was in college, and that was when I was exposed to like my first like millionaire boyfriend.
Oh, that's it. She's ruined. That's it. Exposed to her first millionaire boyfriend. This woman is all the way finished. Like, she is all the way done. Here's why. Not only has she been ran through by countless niggas. I think this woman's body count probably in the triple figures. She's dated Muslims and millionaires, y'all. Muslims and millionaires. Do you guys see what I mean when I say I don't want a bitch who's always been there, done that? Huh? Millionaire boyfriend. A phase in her life. She's ruined forever. There's nothing you can do for this woman that can impress her. Nothing. In college, which means she was in her early 20s, maybe even 19, 20 years old, introduced to her first millionaire boyfriend. Well, there you go.
And I was like, whoa, this is a different life. And being exposed to it at a very young age was like, it was a lot, and then you get exposed to it, and that's it's almost like a drug. It's like you get addicted to the life, the access, everything that comes with that. And I saw that like it was a trend. I continued to attract that type of man, somebody that was always like high in stature.
Why in the world did you not stay with the first guy you were with? When I was in college, I discovered my first millionaire boyfriend. Wait, you think that's a flex? See, it's so funny. Women think it's a flex when they can say, well, this guy wanted to give me a ring. I dated this guy and that guy. Sweetheart, that's not impressive. That's standard for women.
And
I need
I
some
think it
fucking
was
water.
when I
Dev, where are you? Fuck, man.
started to even look at men like, okay, y'all just want somebody to take care of me. I had that mentality because I didn't have nothing going on. But when I started having something going on and the table started turning, I was making my own money. I was standing on my own 2 feet. I didn't have to depend on him to pay my bills. I could
you
do it on
go.
my own.
There
That's
it
when I started
is.
looking for different things in a man. I was looking for somebody to take care of me when I was younger. But as I started to come into my own, I was like, no, like I need something deeper. Like it's not all about the fame. It's not about the rich.
But it is, though. What life would you rather have now, Miss 40-year-old? Huh? Would you rather have a life where you're taking care of somebody else or they're taking care of you? See, dude, it is absolutely whack that so many women don't realize this until it's too late. I need some water, y'all. Give me a second. All right. Okay. Well, that was the one. That's the one excuse. That's the one excuse that. That is the one excuse that I will make an exception for. If she doesn't bring me something immediately, Devon's on the toilet. That's right. She was pooping. Appreciate it. Let's go.
Is because those men, I'm not putting all men who make a lot of money or men of stature and high status in the same box, but it's a lot that comes with their life. And you deal with infidelity, you deal with ego, you deal with a lot of loneliness because they're always busy. And those things like, okay, do I want that? Like, this is the life I want? Do I want to be by myself all the time while he's out doing God knows what? Because he feels like he can because he's the one bringing all the money in. So when I started...
See, there we go. There's more projection. There's more projection. Men, we don't... The thing is men don't cheat because we know we can get away with it. We cheat because we want to. Right? And so this woman is saying, well, if I had my own money, then this man won't cheat on me because I don't need him. I got news for you. Men need to be needed. Men need to be needed. And again, here's more inverse projection. She thinks that a man needing to take care of her makes her unattractive to men in her 20s. She was doomed from the start, guys. She was doomed from the start. She had this crazy idea that when a man has financial leverage over you, he'll be an asshole. That's almost never the case. You want to know why she thinks that way? It's because women are assholes when they're the breadwinners. Women are not equipped to be the breadwinners. That's one thing they get wrong. The second thing they get wrong is they assume that we are unattractive, that we are unattracted to women who need to be taken care of. No, that's not unattractive. That's very attractive. If you need us, that makes you far less likely to put my relationship at risk, involve yourself in shenanigans, and make me look bad.
Making my own money, I started, my whole idea of what I wanted in a man started to change. And not saying that my success defines me, but I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that it didn't boost my confidence and make me like, I don't need you, you know?
No, baby, your success does define you. And this is why you're single. See, on one hand, she wants to say, well, hey, I started making money. I don't need you like that. But my success doesn't define me. Well, that sounds like it defines you to me. Sounds like it defines you to me.
Well, I can do this on my own. I want you. And there's a difference between needing somebody and wanting somebody.
And this is why relationships are in the toilet. This is why they're in the toilet. This is why they're in the toilet. Again, we're switching it up. We're switching it up. It is men who want but don't need women. The only thing we need women for is to reproduce. That's it. And I'll tell you what, after a while, we won't even need y'all. Right? Women need men for everything, whether they know it, like it or not. Just because a woman is not in a relationship, just because a woman isn't getting fucked by somebody, doesn't mean she doesn't still need men. A woman can be single as a Pringle, fucking every Tom, Dick, and Harry out there. She still relies on men. She relies on men to flush her. She relies on men when she flushes the toilet every day. She relies on men when she plugs in her iPhone to charge every day. She relies on men when the sewer system has to be taken care of. She relies on men when she enters into a building. Is there structural integrity? Women say all the time they don't need men. They absolutely need men. They just don't realize it.
When you want them, it's a choice. I'm making a choice to be with you. When I need you, it's like, hey, nigga, I'm not gonna be able to survive if I don't have you. And the need turns into something different. Like I need that spiritual connection. I need you mentally, like you have my heart and my soul now.
And women fight for things that they need more than things that they want. What's the problem with that? What's the problem with that? And the thing is again, when a man finds out that a woman truly needs him, it makes him more attracted to her. It makes him more, when she admits, you know what? I love you. I want to be with you. I need you. I need you. That is more attractive to men. It's not attractive to women at all.
It's not all like tangible things when now to
Here
where I
we
am
go.
now. But yeah, it's definitely changed. I look more on the inside than the outside. It's
Yeah,
not
of
all,
course you
it's
do.
not all about what you can do for me at this age. It's about how you can feed me.
Oh my
And
God.
that's what it really is. How can you feed me? How can you feed my spirit? Can I learn from you? There's guys that like literally can be top NBA players that like, Crystal, I will marry you tomorrow.
Look at that. See
And
that?
I'm like, bruh, the conversation's horrible. Like, I'm a sapiosexual. You get me here,
Oh my God. This woman is sitting here capping. She's got NBA niggas wanting to put a ring on it.
tomorrow.
See that?
And I'm like, bruh, the
Look at this.
you can feed me. And that's what it really is. How can you feed me? How can you feed my spirit? Can I learn from you? There's guys that like literally can be top NBA players that like, Crystal, I will marry you tomorrow. And I'm like, bruh, the conversation's horrible.
That's cap. That's cap. That's cap. Ain't nobody in the NBA ain't never told you, 40-year-old Crystal, that they would marry you tomorrow. Bitch, do we look stupid to you? There is no top-level NBA Negro gonna look at you, a 40-year-old woman, and say, I would wife you tomorrow. The fuck do we look like? For real? These bitches just assume that everything that comes out of their mouth is true. It's absolutely ridiculous. Thank you. Unbelievable.
He can be top NBA players that like, Crystal, I will marry you tomorrow. And I'm like, bruh, the conversation's horrible. Like, I'm a sapiosexual. You get me here, you gonna get me there, okay?
Say what?
And I'm like, bruh, the conversation's horrible. Like, I'm a sapiosexual. You get me here, you gonna get me there.
Hold up.
And I'm like, bruh, the conversation,
Wait, she said a sappy.
you can feed me. And that's what it really is. How can you feed me? How can you feed my spirit? Can I learn from you? There's guys that like literally can be top NBA players that like, Crystal, I will marry you tomorrow.
Stop the cap.
And I'm like, bruh, the conversation's horrible. Like, I'm a sapiosexual. You get me here, you gonna get me there.
What is a sapiosexual? What is a sapiosexual? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't even know what the fuck she said. A sapi. Every bitch wants to be special. Dude, that's why they're all these genders. Is to make people feel special. Right? I'm a sapiosexual. You got to get me here before you get there.
Stop the cap.
But 5 minutes ago, you said, well, look, I got to look at you first, though. I got to see how you look. Roger Thomas, oh, guys. You guys better be lying. You guys better be lying. Oh, my. Y'all better be fucking with me. Y'all better be fucking with your boy. Oh, my God. Sapiosexual. Oh my God. Sapiosexuality. Just give me a minute here, guys. Just give me a minute here. Hold up. I can't believe this is a thing, dude. Yo, this is nonsense. This is absolute nonsense. I cannot believe this is real. Oh, Sapial. Yo, I cannot believe this is a thing. Look at this. Sapiosexuality means that a person is sexually attracted to highly intelligent people. So much that they consider it to be the most important trait in a partner. It is a relatively new word that has become more popular in the recent years. Both HDTV, LMNOP people and heterosexual people may identify as sapiosexual. So you're attracted to men's minds, are you? Is that what it is? You're So a man's intelligence gets you wet? Like, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I look, I'm a Gen Xer. I'm not up on all this stuff. My bad, y'all.
you gotta get the mind first. I'm like, every time I'm on the phone with you, I'm like, and I know you'll buy me every Chanel collection, everything in Gucci. You'll take me on every trip I want to go on. But when we there, what we talking about?
This bitch is lying her ass off, knowing good and goddamn well that if somebody buys her a Chanel bag or takes her to the what? So you're not gonna marry that guy because you're not attracted to his mind, guys. Yep, Roderick, you took the words right out of my mouth. It's a cop out for men that don't want them. There it is. There it is. The men she wants no longer want her. And you can tell by the look on her face. So she's going to sit here and cap her ass off. Well, look, I'm not single by choice. I'm single by choice. You see, I got NBA Negroes trying to wife a bitch up. The problem is I'm not attracted to the mind. I must be stimulated. Oh, look. Seriously?
Oh, hell no.
Nope. The men you want no longer want you. That's what this is. So now you got to pretend. Now you have to pretend that you're not attracted to the lifestyle. Oh, you're attracted to the nigga's mind. All right, got you.
It's something about that. Like, I have to be stimulated mentally. So those are the things I look for now as a 40-year-old, and that's what the difference is for sure. A man.
This is what Rollo affectionately calls making your necessity a virtue. She's making her necessity a virtue. What does this mean? Well, her station in life is not going to change. So she has to pretend that that's what she's looking for. Case in point, Crystal. The men that she wants no longer want her. So now she has to pretend that she doesn't want the kind of men who used to want her. Making her necessity is not being able to get these high status men anymore, a virtue. Well, I need you to stimulate my mind before you get me all the Gucci bags. Fuck out of here.
That's how that 40-year-old Crystal needs to come with some confidence, some swag. He got to come knowing, like, I need to see that you know that you can handle me. Because if I don't feel like you can handle me, I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to run all over you. Like, I need to know that.
See how she just did that? She just kept it real. If you can't handle me, I'm about to run over you. Look, man. A man should never have to handle a woman. Look, man, I can handle a bratty 4-year-old. Doesn't mean I want to. Who in the world wants to be in a relationship with a woman they have to handle? Not me.
When you come to me, you come with intention. It's like, listen, this is where in my life. I want to get to know you. I want to take you serious. Come to me single. Don't be having a whole bunch of stuff going on. Okay? Some scragglers. Go ahead and let them fall by the wayside before you come over here. Because I need you to be open to receive all that your blessings that God has for you. Because I'm a blessing. Okay? I need you to know I'm a blessing. I had one guy tell me,
This bitch knows she's full of shit. So you're a blessing? Really? But you just said I gotta handle you, huh? The Roadblock 85 with a $5 super chat says we need to look into this epidemic of sapiosexuals falling for hood niggas, scammers, and drug dealers. Exactly. Exactly.
He's like, Crystal, he's like, I just wonder sometimes, am I missing my blessing? Because he's in a very he's in a very evolutionary phase of his life where I'm talking about he is doing amazing things. And he's like, and I wonder because of
Translation, he's getting rich. That's what that is.
where I am, and I'm in a phase where I have to be selfish. And there are phases in life where you have to focus on yourself. He's like,
Yes, and that is for men only. Women should never, ever have a phase where they're selfish. Otherwise, they end up like her.
am I missing my blessing? And I looked up at him and I said, you are. But that's okay. You got to do what you feel is right for you. And if the timing is right, and
You are missing your blessing. So this is a so this is, this is funny. She thinks that we don't realize she's talking about the same people. She doesn't realize that we know she's talking about the same people. Right? That nigga she's been with on and off, that's the dude missing his blessing. Right? That's why she keeps going on and off with him. That's the dude with potential. That's the man she really wants. And she's trying to convince this nigga, hey, you're going to miss your blessing, blah, 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 blah. And this dude is running the right kind of game. Crystal, I just want to know. I know we've been fucking for a while, but by not committing to you, by getting guilt-free sex out of you, am I missing my blessing? And she says, yeah, you're missing your blessing. Darn. This nigga goes back and laughs with all his niggas, talking about she actually bought the blessing line. This woman has no idea that she's being finessed. This nigga's been fucking you for 6 years. He's not going to commit. And the excuse that he gave you was game. Crystal, I just don't know. Like, I just can't. I can't commit. Am I missing my blessing? I feel like I'm missing my blessing. Ay. That's called game, gentlemen.
we're supposed to be together, we'll be together. When the time is right, and if not, you're a great friend. And I'm here for you. I support you.
There it is. You're a great friend. It's translation, a fuck friend.
But you're not about to play with me. We can be cool. We got to keep it just like this. Keep it friendly. Don't play with me when you know that's not what you're ready for. So he's got to be intentional.
There it is. He's got to be intentional. Translation, he's fucking me without committing to me. That's what it is.
He's got to be open for something serious, because I'm telling you, like, when you come over here, you're going to love it. You're going to love it here, and you're not going to leave. So, yeah, he got to come confident. He got to come intentional and ready. So I talked about it. I said that I love.
Wow. Wow. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. I gotta leave it there because I do have another breakdown that I have to do. So right after this at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which is right now on Rumble and Sharpe stream, come over to rumble.com/Donovan Sharpe or rumble.com/Donovan Sharpe, and you guys will, dude, shit's getting real. Again, if you want to get your hands on my free ebooks, go to tsracademy.com. Again, that's tsracademy.com. 16 ways to immediately disqualify her for a long-term relationship, dead bedroom, the cure for a sexless relationship, and 14 questions you'll ask on the first date, and how to correctly respond. All three of these packed ebooks are available to you at tsracademy.com. Put in your very best email, and the book is yours. Have a good one, guys. Take care.